Hi friends, welcome to my channel. After a long time I am going to put my video now. I cannot able to put the video because of corona. Thanks a lot for my subscribers, those who are supporting me in this period a lot. Now we are going to see a new video which will be very useful to you. Okay, let's move on to the video now. So now we are going to see about the development of midgut. In development of midgut, initially the midgut tube is a state tube. So in picture also you can see this as a state tube, and this as a posteriorly connected to the dorsal body wall through the dorsal mesentery. This is the dorsal mesentery, and ventrally it has no connection. So in the ventral part it has no ventral mesentery. In the ventral part, we can see a small duct which is called a vitellointestinal duct. Through that, this part is connected to the extra embryonic coelom. And one more thing, this midgut part is supplied by the superior mesenteric artery, and this only acts as a axis for the rotation of the midgut. So this basic we should know first before going to see the stages of the midgut of rotation. So now we can see this state tube becomes as the growth of the midgut occurs. This state tube becomes an U-shaped loop. So like picture you are seeing, this becomes an U-shaped loop. And here you can see the superior mesenteric artery is the one which acts as a axis during the rotation of the midgut. So this part we can see, so this only separates the limb as a cephalic limb and caudal limb. So this we can say this part is called a cephalic limb and this one is the caudal limb. So and cephalic limb is also called a pre-arterial segment and the caudal limb is called a post-arterial segment when correlating with the superior mesenteric artery. So this is what happens now, and we can see a small cecal bud in the caudal limb. Once the cecal bud appearance occur, regression of the vitellointestinal duct will occurs. Okay, in the caudal part of the limb, we can see a cecal bud appearance. If the cecal bud appearance occurs, then the vitellointestinal duct will get regress. The cephalic part, that is the pre-arterial part, is going to form the future lower part of the duodenum, jejunum and ileum. And the caudal limb, that is post-arterial part, is going to form the cecum, appendix, ascending colon and 2/3 of the transverse colon. So during this growth of the midgut occurs, the abdominal cavity is already accommodate with the liver and other structure which are all growing inside the abdominal cavity. It pushes the abdominal contents outwards. So up to 5th to 10th week, it is called as a physiological umbilical hernia. So all the abdominal contents will be present outside the abdominal cavity because of already overcrowded of the liver and liver organs and all. So that is called a physiological umbilical hernia. Now, this development of midgut occur by means of three stages. Now we'll see the first stage. So, initially it is a state tube, then it forms an U-shaped loop. Then now the rotation is going to occur. So, how this rotation occur is the liver which is developing inside the abdominal cavity pushes the cephalic limb downwards. It pushes the cephalic limb downwards and then the caudal limb is moved towards the 90-degree rotation, that is in the anti-clockwise direction. So this makes the caudal limb will move towards the left. It moves upwards and towards the left with the 90-degree rotation occurs. And the rotation occurs in a anti-clockwise direction. So this is the first stage of rotation. Now the second stage of rotation occurs. So the midgut part is located in the outer part of the abdominal cavity only. Now this midgut part is going to occur, that is going to the growth of the midgut is occurs, and this makes a series of coils which is seen in the cephalic part of the limb. A series of coils appearance we can see in the cephalic limb part. So this up to 10th week it is a physiological hernia. Once the abdominal cavity becomes enlarged, this herniated part and all again it is re-enters into the abdominal cavity only. So this process only occurring by means of the rotation. So that is why first rotation we have seen. Now the second rotation how it occurs. So this already this cephalic limb is moved towards the right side. The first rotation. Again the second rotation is going to occur. So during the second rotation again that is a 180-degree. Again the 90-degree rotation occurs. So this rotation makes all the intestinal content to re-enters into the abdominal cavity, that is up to the cecal part, because the cecal part is a very enlarged one, so it takes time to enter into the abdominal cavity. So the intestinal loops, the series of coils and all first enter into that abdominal cavity, and it goes to the posterior aspect of the superior mesenteric artery. We can see in the picture also. See, it goes posterior to the superior mesenteric artery, located in the posterior to the superior mesenteric artery. So, and this makes, that is the cecum and the appendix part, which moves upwards, and it is raised over the left, that is at the subhepatic part, that is below the liver, the cecal part we can see. Now we can see the third stage of rotation. See, in the picture we can see the cecum is now present in the subhepatic region. We can see it here. So this grows downwards and it rests over the right iliac portion, right iliac region. The cecum is going to rest. Now the extending part from the subhepatic to the right iliac region becomes the ascending colon. So like this, the total rotation of total rotation produced by this cecum and the appendix occur by means of a 270-degree rotation is occur around the superior mesenteric artery. So this is what occur in the three stages of the rotation of development of the midgut. Once the rotation is got over, now fixation is going to occur. So how this fixation is occur is, the rotation is completed. Now the midgut undergoes the process of fixation. See, the dorsal mesentery of the ascending colon is going to disappear, and there is no any peritoneal relation. And now the pre-arterial segment as dorsal mesentery, this becomes the mesentery. The pre-arterial segment which contains the dorsal mesentery, which is going to become the mesentery, which suspends the jejunum and ileum. And then the part which is the post-arterial segment which contains the dorsal mesentery, that persists which forms the peritoneum behind the transverse colon. So that becomes the transverse mesocolon. So like this, the fixation of the midgut is going to occur in the abdominal cavity. So thank you friends. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please share and subscribe.